Yesterday, Khalil Mack gets his ass shipped out of Chicago. Woo. Fuck him. We don't need him.
Nope. Get out.
To the Los Angeles Chargers, Tom Telesco making some moves with that team. We had Brandon Staley on the show just last week. He talked about how dope his team is. You got Keenan, Mike Will, Herbert, Eckler, Lindsey on the offensive line, and a good young tackle that they drafted on the offensive side of the ball. On the defensive side of the ball, you got Bosa, Khalil Mack, Derwin James, and they're allegedly heavy into the J.C. Jackson conversations. You have good specialists now. There's no reason that team shouldn't go on a run. Obviously, they're competing for L.A. against the Rams, and in that division, it is tough.
Damn.
I'm excited to see what the Chargers do. I like whenever a team decides to go all in. Now, in return for Khalil Mack, the Chicago Bears...
Bag of balls, just say it.
They got a second and a sixth.
Wow.
And I believe they're paying, too. I'm not 100% sure. I think they're actually paying for him. They got dead cap of like $23 million. So they are taking a $23 million hit, but they're getting a second and a sixth. And thank God the Bears get Khalil Mack out of the building.
Yeah.
Don't fucking want this guy
Can't
here.
have him in there.
Huge.
Chargers are ecstatic, I'd assume, as is Khalil Mack. And maybe this was a conversation behind closed doors. New coach, new GM. We're kind of rebuilding this thing. You're on your third team already. You're a second team already. You're kind of older. You need to go somewhere that wants to win right now and is trying to win. Maybe that's what took place. I would hope that's how business operated. But as a Chicago Bears fan, you got to be incredibly confused about what the fuck is going on. It seems like we lost a little bit. Now, if Khalil Mack was available for trade, and Russell Wilson was available for trade,
Okay.
and the Colts have like $70 million in cap space.
A lot.
I'm sure I'm not the only person that is representing a team's fan base that goes, what the fuck? I didn't know Khalil Mack was available for absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And the Bears are helping pay the entire salary. Why were we not in on that? I think there's going to be a lot of people asking those questions. Let's assume another trade happens today because every team has to be set by next week. The salary cap is what it is. It's up $3 million from what they actually projected and expected before this thing got set. So teams are going to be making a lot of moves. Veterans are going to continue to get released. That it's going to surprise us. Tampering period begins Monday. There should be a lot of action there. And let's assume today some shit goes down either during the show or after the show, like Khalil Mack's trade to the Los Angeles Chargers.
Does Khalil Mack get traded if Aaron leaves? Probably not.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, they're restarting.
Ryan Poles.
That cap hit.
They're restarting.
If Aaron leaves, that division's wide open, though. You can win that thing.
I would assume big polls.
Big Poles.
So you guys got faith in, right?
Yes, that was Pace's team. Now it's Poles' team.
Well, the thing, Poles' team is going to deal with a $23 million cap hit.
Yeah, but next year with over $120 million for.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that just projected 10% rise in the salary cap?
No, that's with his contract out.
Oh, what?
So they have 10 players?
Next year he's getting paid $110 million? That's the best contract of all time. Are slated to have approximately, the Bears are slated to have 121. Oh, okay, that wasn't his. Jesus.
No, altogether.
Jeez, yeah.
My bad. Yeah.
Next year. So Big Poles just has to get through this year. Eberflus, they might not be worried about shit this year.
Yeah.
Trying to win, trying to compete. You get 120 mil and show some promise to free agents. Like, hey, we got a guy in Justin Fields. With City of Chicago is awesome.
Yeah.
Should I it?
What is that? Gold Coast?
Yeah, Gold Coast is very nice.
That's beautiful. I saw that for the first time last summer, right? That was my first time up there. Gorgeous. That lake was packed. DJs, there's a beachfront.
New
Stadium. It was awesome.
Did they steal that from Australia or?
Well, I believe.
It's when the sun hits the beautiful buildings.
Yeah, no, but
No, Australia is called like the Gold Coast. I believe.
Yeah.
But when the sun hits Chicago, they can say Coastal. It was beautiful, but maybe that is all they're trying to do. Hey, we just got to become an attractive place for free agents because we'll have 121 million. Eberflus, everybody talks about how great he is. Yep. I'm excited to see what you guys do. But next year, it feels like you said the Packers could play left-hand. It feels almost valid. Khalil Mack out of Chicago. They got a dead cap of like $24 million or something like that. But the Chargers now have Bosa, Mack, Derwin James, and they're allegedly in on the J.C. Jackson conversation and others on the offensive side. Obviously, they're stacked. Look at the Chargers kind of going all in here. What does Khalil Mack do to them, even at this age, do you think, AJ?
Khalil Mack can absolutely still play and can still be a game record. I just feel like he was lost in Chicago for a little bit because They're not winning games. When you're on a team that's not winning, no matter how well you play, I know he's been banged up too at times. It's like people don't notice you. So I think it's huge. But Chicago, what'd they get? Second and third?
Second and sixth.
Bag of balls.
Isn't that a bit surprising?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if that's all it was, the fuck was every other team doing?
Exactly. Did every other team just assume it was more and not check on it, or what?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the Colts could use another pass rusher, I believe, and we're looking to enhance our team to kind of take us over the next step to hopefully not losing Clanton and not make the playoffs. But yeah, we didn't have a second and a sixth we could give up next year for Khalil Mack to join the squad and the boys. Not that necessarily we need it. I'm not saying that, but if everybody could just make your team better immediately by adding this monster off the edge, and if you already have another pass rusher there, even better, this entire thing. Look what Von Miller and Aaron Donald were able to do alongside old buddy Floyd or whatever. I mean, it's just... This makes no sense to me. I don't know how some of these deals work. I remember when Randy was traded for like a fourth rounder, and I was like, Randy fucking Moss is a fourth rounder? And I was like told, don't talk about business in the NFL around it. I'm like, seriously?
Who told you that?
Somebody in the Colts.
Really?
Yeah, I put a tweet out about it.
I think Favre was he only a third rounder, Ty?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I was shocked by that. Even though Brett was like 38, I was still shocked.